actually successfully pulled it off. And when he didn't, he just said, fine.
Good day everyone, and welcome to Learn English with Blaine, and this is your advanced dictation number 67, and our topic is New Year plans. New Year plans. Do you have your pen and your paper ready? Because remember that you are going to listen and then write what you hear. In this video, there will be 5 dictations, and I will say each one 3 times. Do not worry if you make a few spelling mistakes. Do not worry if you can't write every word. You will get better with practice. And remember that this is listening practice, writing practice, and spelling practice. Let's get started with our first dictation. Dictation number 1.
She probably had a pretty good idea. And then Eric fled.
Frank says he plans to study a lot more this year because, although he is very smart, his upcoming course load is going to be very heavy, period.
To murder Eric Tarantino before
Frank says he plans to study a lot more this year. Frank says he plans to study a lot more this year because, although he is very smart, although he is very smart, his upcoming course load is going to be very heavy, period.
And he met Leona in 1994. He married her and lived with her in Indiana. The marriage didn't last long, though, less than a year. I mean, I guess Leona was the only one who kind of acted on what she was feeling, and she outed 5,000. Though about a decade later, she died. She sadly died of cancer. So he didn't actually kill her. But, I mean, you know, kind of...
Frank says he plans to study a lot more this year because, although he is very smart, his upcoming course load is going to be very heavy, period. Frank says he plans to study a lot more this year because, although he is very smart, his upcoming course load is going to be very heavy. So I want to mention something, everyone. So here, in the middle of the sentence, we have a dependent clause that is separated by commas. Now, in this case, you can have the comma here. Notice that the comma in this situation, in this example, is after because. You could also put it before because as well. So we can say because although he's very smart, or you could have it there. Either way, it would be correct. So here's the first one, right there, after the word because, and then we could have it before because. Either way, it would be correct. Okay, so now if you have any questions about that, just leave a message in the comment section below the video and I will be glad to respond. And I also want to do a video on this on commas very soon. Okay, so let's go on to our next dictation, dictation number 2. Dictation number 2. Tom and Martha tell me they plan to do quite a few home renovations this year, period. They may do some painting and buy some new windows, period.
So we turned Thomas down.
Tom and Martha tell me
in 1997
they plan to do
Francis suffered from a heart condition.
Quite a few home renovations this year. Quite a few home renovations this year, period. They may do some painting and buy some new windows. They may do some painting and buy some new windows, period.
Tom asked if he could be alone with her for just a couple of minutes. And then she died. She just died. Straight up. Because the surgery she had just undergone was risky, it wasn't deemed
Tom and
a
Marta
suspicious
tell me they
death,
plan to
even
do
though
quite
she
a
was
few
fine for
home
one
renovations
moment, dead
this
the
year.
next.
Period.
He refused an
They
autopsy.
may do some painting and buy some new
Once again, he
windows.
got life insurance,
Period.
all his wife's
Tom and Marta
ATM
tell me they
machines at
plan
this
to do
point.
quite
What
a
a
few
man.
home
He also sued the
renovations this
hospital
year.
for,
They may do some painting and buy
malpractice or
some
something
new
for her death,
windows.
and got a hefty
Period.
payout out of that one as
That's
well,
dictation number
$1.5
2.
million. Now, one thing that
And
was
so let's
discovered
move
about
along
Francis and
to
suspicious
our
timing
next
for death
dictation.
and just everything that was going on.
Dictation
these things one by one,
number
they're not
3.
really terribly odd. But when you add them
Dictation
all
number
together,
3.
it's not looking great. So one thing that was discovered was a videotape of Francis.
My
walking into the
plans
camera,
for the
reciting
new
her
year
last will.
are to do a lot more reading,
But off camera,
comma, improve my Spanish skills, and take a vacation somewhere with my family. Period. My plans for the new year. My plans for the new year are to do a lot more reading, comma, are to do a lot more reading, comma, improve my Spanish skills, improve my Spanish skills, and take a vacation somewhere with my family. And take a vacation somewhere with my family. Period.
With time and a place. I don't want to be separated from it, so please, Holly, do what you think is best because I know you what's right for you.
My
And
plans
then
for the
Thomas
new
Randolph
year
met Sharon.
are to do
here
a
we are
lot more
again.
reading,
The police learned
comma,
everything I just told you.
improve my Spanish
And 8
skills,
months after
and
Sharon
take a
Randolph was
vacation
shot dead, and
somewhere
also,
with my
Thomas Randolph was
family.
arrested back in
Period.
Utah. He had been
My
living
plans
there
for
with
the
Mama,
new year
and
are
in
to
the
do a
wee
lot more
hours, they
reading,
dragged the bollocks
improve
out.
my
He was
Spanish
arrested and
skills,
charged with
and
the
take a
murders of
vacation
Sharon
somewhere
and Mike.
with my family. Now, I want to mention something. This is another point about a comma. Now, here we see a comma. So here we have a list. We have to do more reading, improve Spanish skills, and take a vacation somewhere with my family. So we can use a comma to separate. Now, we can have a comma here, and here, because it's the last, it's separating point number 2 and point number 3 with the word and. We don't need to have a comma here, but you can if you want to. So it will look like this. And this is what we call the Oxford comma. And this is when you have several things in the list. So the last thing in the list, where you have the word and, you can have the comma here, or you can leave it out. Okay, so you can have it like this. The word and without a comma. And again, this is the last point in the list. Or you can have the comma there, and it's called the Oxford comma. Now that's again is another point. If you want to ask me about that, leave a question in the comment section, and I will be doing a video on commas very soon as well. Okay, so let's move along to our next point, our next dictation. Dictation number 4. Dictation number 4. I think the beginning of a new year is a great time to think about what was good about the previous one and to make plans and goals for the year to come. Period. I think the beginning of a new year. I think the beginning of a new year is a great time to think about what was good about the previous one, and to make plans and goals, for the year to come. For the year to come. Period.
Will prove to you that the plan between Mr. Miller and Mr. Randolph was to kill Sharon. For Mr. Miller to go into the home and to kill Sharon, make it look like a residential burglary, And that's exactly what Mr.
I
Miller
think
did
the
on
beginning
May
of a
8th,
new
2000.
year
The
is a
defendant
great
had 4
time to think
different life
about what was
insurance
good
policies out.
about the previous one and to make plans and goals for the year to come. Period. I think the beginning of a new year is a great time to think about what was good about the previous one and to make plans and goals for the year to come. That was dictation number 4.
20 years
So
earlier,
everyone, we're going to move on
the
now to our
hired this
last
man,
dictation of this
Terrence
video. That would be
to kill
our
his
dictation number 5. Dictation number 5.
You will hear from Mr. Tarantino today. And
In
he
the
will
new
tell you
year,
that the same
Anna
reasons existed
Maria
back
plans to
then.
spend a lot
That the
more
defendant had 4
one-on-one
life
time
insurance policies
with
out
her daughter.
on Becky Randolph.
Period.
That totaled
They really enjoy
$539.
doing
And
puzzles,
the only
comma,
reason
watching
why Mike
movies,
Miller is dead
or going on
is
long
because
walks
Eric
in the
Tarantino
park.
lived to tell the story.
Period.
And Thomas Randolph was not going to make that mistake twice.
In the new year, Anna Maria, in
There was
the
no proof he
new
hired
year,
Mike to kill Sharon.
Anna
There was a double
Maria
law proving it was not a
plans to
justified home
spend
invasion.
His
Two surviving wives testified
a
against
lot
him.
more
He had
a lot
of
more
extracurricular
one-on-one
activities,
time with her daughter.
namely
Period.
other women.
One-on-one time with her daughter. Period.
No bullets in the gun.
They really enjoy
Yes, and that he was
doing
cleaning the
puzzles,
gun at
comma.
the dining room table. And
They really
the gun
enjoy doing
went off
puzzles,
and put,
comma.
within not very far away from
Watching
me, but all on
movies,
the kitchen floor.
watching movies,
Yes, because I
or
could see the
going
smoke.
on long walks in the park. Period. Or going on long walks in the park. Period.
The daughter of Sharon, her friend.
The jury in the above entitled case, having found the defendant, Thomas William Randolph, guilty of count 2, murder of the first degree with the use of a deadly weapon, Sharon Cause Randolph, imposed a sentence of death.
In the new year,
Ladies and
Anna
gentlemen of the
Maria
jury, are
plans to
these your
spend
verdicts
a
as read?
lot
So say
more
one, so say you all.
one-on-one time
Yes.
with her daughter. Period. They really enjoy doing
However,
puzzles,
in 2022,
comma,
an appeal
watching
of the
movies,
defense
or
brought
going
based
on
upon
long walks
what
in
they
the
discerned
park.
that any evidence from
Period.
Becky's death.
In the new year, Anna
Some
Maria
footage
plans to
which
spend a
should
lot
be
more
included in his
one-on-one
trial now
time with
in
her daughter.
Vegas.
They
That
really
appeal
enjoy
was
doing puzzles,
successful.
watching movies,
So,
or going
the
on long
Nevada
walks
Supreme
in the
Court
park.
overturned the conviction. They
Okay,
said,
that's
"Give him
dictation
another
number
one."
5. Now, again, I
Even
want to
though
show
he
you
has not gone on trial once again.
the
He was due
Oxford
to in 2022,
comma once more.
but it never happened.
So here we have the list again. So we have doing puzzles, watching movies, or going on long walks in the park. So we have a list of 3 things. Now, between the last item and the second to last item, we can leave out the comma, like in this example, this would be fine. Or we can use what we call the Oxford comma, and that would be a comma right before the last item in the list. And it is optional, which means that we do not have to use it, and it's called the Oxford comma, and we use it when we have a long list of things. Okay, again, if you have any questions about that, leave that question in the comment section below the video, and I will be happy to help you with that. And again, I will be doing a video on this point very soon. Anyways, I want to thank all of you for watching the video today. I really do appreciate all of you, and I appreciate your comments and your questions. Leave your comments or questions in the comment section below the video. I really do appreciate that. And if you like the video, please remember to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Have a great day.